Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill. This is Trying to Stand, where I try new things in pop culture because I'm looking at the wrong spot. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill. This is Trying to Stand, where I try new things in pop culture because I've been living under a rock. I'm super excited. I'm happy that people brought you back into my radar like this. At the end of 2019, back when my audio was far less in quality than it was now, I did a video trying to stand Mitski, where I listened to her music for the first time, and it went all right at first. Like, it just didn't seem like too many people are interested in my thoughts. I never take that personally. I just go, okay, like, other people's thoughts probably radiate a little more than mine on the topic or whatever. I don't take it as a sign against the artist or me. That orange in Nobody still sits with me as not only one of my favorite things to still think about now. That orange haunts me. But I have done a video prior. Go check that one out in case there's songs that are missing here that you thought should be in this one but are actually in the first one. Because a lot of people were asking me to either do Mitski or do more Mitski and are listing songs I already did in part one. And I'm like, yeah, like, it's already there. But a lot of people kept asking, and I read the comments, I make a list, check it twice, all that good stuff. 3 times, actually. I'm a step above Santa. A lot of people wanted to do more, and I definitely want to do more. I love, like, the way that her voice mixes with, like, that kind of rocky, grungy kind of sound. It's still something that I really enjoy. I still listen to Frances Forever, Your American Girl, and Geyser a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna be listening to more of Mitski for the first time. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It helps support the channel and lets me know to do more Mitski content. And don't forget, guys, as always, there are links in the description for education on Black Lives Matter, the Trevor Project, mental health resources, other crisis lines, and more resources and information should you or someone you know need them, mental health as well as injustices in the world. I've added to that list recently. I'm still working on how to enroll everything into that little spiel I give, but those resources are there. But yeah, let's heckin' do this thing. And we're gonna start with Mitski's Class of 2013, which, that's when I graduated college, so thanks. Oh. Stay for a year or two. Oh, jeez. How to pay for my own life. Ooh, yeah, talk about it. Thank you. Woo! Damn it, I love your voice, but yeah, feel it. Oh my god. Am I still young? Oh my god. Also, me. I really appreciate that song. I think it talks a lot about the fear of entering adulthood, because, like, you know, Class of 2013, whatever level of education that is. The fear of going out onto your own, like, kind of, whether you use it, I think she said, can I stay here for like a couple months? Is it all right if I stay for a year or two? I think it's about, like, wanting to feel that safety net. Also, that strange expectation that we have of, like, congratulations finishing, you know, some semblance of education. Figure out everything right now. It's overwhelming, and I kind of love not only the sentiment and the emotion of it, but, like, even, so I was literally just talking about how, like, grungy rocky her music can get. This one being solely piano made it feel a lot more, I guess, like, personal. Like, it felt like a more emotional, in the moment kind of response. Like, it made me think of, like, being in a living room with, like, a keyboard or a piano and it just kind of spilling out of you, you know? It would be just to sleep at night, and I'll leave once I figure out how to pay for my own life too. Not wanting to just stumble and plunge into the deep end of life, like a way to kind of, like, ease yourself into it, because also questioning at the end if you're still young or not. It's like, yeah, you're basically time to figure out taxes, time to figure out what job you want, if you can even get it, realities of life, living on your own. Like, it's all a lot of stuff to do at once, and I kind of love, if nothing else, like, taking the time to ask. And it feels more than, like, can I just have a place to stay? It's like asking for reassurance, asking for support. You know, that stuff's really important to me personally, and I love kind of feeling it because it's so true. Especially those highs. Like, I was going crazy because I love the notes, but, like, that panic kind of, like, set in. And like I said, that's why everything felt so personal. Like, I felt in the room with everybody, and that's so normal, and that's so valid to just be afraid of life like that. But, like, good for you for just even just expressing it. I'm looking at the lyrics. Mom, would you wash my back this once, and then we can forget, and I'll leave what I'm chasing for the other girls to pursue. That's heartbreaking. I'll leave what I'm chasing for the other girls to pursue. Almost like having a lot of self-doubt, almost like a guilt of I'm taking up a space right now for someone else. And I hope you don't feel that way. That's so heartbreaking. Like, you're allowed to succeed too. That last sentiment that it leaves me on with the, am I still young? Can I dream for a few months more? It's like reality starts to set in. Day jobs, insurance, rent. Can I go back to that headspace of just having goals and not seeing the practical obstacles that can become barriers for that? I feel that a lot. I love that this was my most suggested song for this video because that tells me it resonates with so many people. I don't know, it reminds me of, I was a late bloomer with a bike and my grandpa just took one training wheel off and there was something about that I don't even think he let it actually touch the ground, but I think it was the headspace of it of oh, there's still something to help me catch my fall. Lean to the left if you think you're gonna fall. Just a little bit more, don't leave the training wheels on forever, but just leaving that one training wheel. God, I really love that. And I hope you did and do get the support that you need right now. But God, that guilt. But I love your voice though, and I love how raw this one felt. And like I said, that spike of urgency as well as panic and anxiety in your vocal choices. I just think that's really important. I really appreciate that exists. No, don't start until I'm ready to start. Oh, but those drums sound cool. Spoilers for myself, I guess. But next is the official music video for Washing Machine Heart. Like a washing machine for a heart? I'll figure it out. I think, hopefully. I only have so many thoughts and only so many experiences as the individual human that I am. Or as my grandma would say, washing machine heart, which if I make fun of her, I'm also gonna call her. So I will call my grandma after this. Ooh, hello. Bang it up inside. Ooh. Ooh, okay. That's good, spooky. But also, why would I put shoes in a washing machine? God damn, I love your voice. What? Why did the pearl become thumbtacks? Are we okay? Oh, I love the feel and the beat of this song, but I'm so concerned. That got distorted towards the end. The statue gave me a thought too. I loved the way that made me feel, but then I started to really not like the way that made me feel. I liked the song. First I thought it was giving off a lot of sexy vibes, right? And maybe it is, who's to say? Everything was really kind of simmered and smoky, loungy, sexy, control. This isn't my usual lipstick. I thought maybe we would kiss. Very in control of your situation, right? Which, yes. But then it's, kiss me already and toss your dirty shoes in my washing machine heart, baby, bang it up inside. My grandma did that once when I was a kid. She put my shoes in the washing machine. I remember it made a really intense noise. So washing machine heart with shoes inside, maybe it's getting that heart pounding like it's an exciting thing. It was the visuals towards the end where it's shadow gentleman over here in the darkness, but then also this statue and it's maybe I put on different lipstick, time to kiss me, why aren't you kissing me? Just throw your shoes in my washing machine. Maybe it's about a disconnect in the relationship, right? And then it was the opening the oyster and there was a pearl, then suddenly it was pins. Maybe something's not connecting there or something's wrong in the relationship. But do me ti, why not me, do me ti. That's interesting. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, 7. 137. 137 instead of 1357. That makes me wonder, there's a step missing or removing words and going back to solfege. Maybe there's like I said, something missing in communication. So you're literally pulling lyrics off of music notes. That's so fascinating. But it felt so sexy, but then it just got so concerning. And I think that's kind of the idea, is maybe it's about not getting what you want out of a relationship or feeling like you're not being fully seen to keep things ad friendly explored. I love that feeling to it. I love the song, not the situation. I hope you're doing okay. Your wants not being met, but then also do me ti, why not me? It's it's more than just the physical aspect not happening, because even like I said, she's all over Man in the Shadows, What We Do in the Shadows, but then also the statue too, and it felt very back and forth kind of. Felt very back and forth, kind of side by side. Like sometimes she feels like she's communicating or contacting like a brick wall, or it's interesting. I don't know. It's kind of calling your heart a washing machine. It's kind of negative. Like it's implying like you're trying to help clean and focus on the other person despite the shoes banging up the inside of the washing machine. I don't know if that's good for the washing machine or not, but maybe it's the idea of like wanting to help, but like we're ignoring the level of the washing machine could be taking damage from the shoes, you know? Yeah, maybe it, ooh, yeah. Doubling down on the washing machine being damaged from shoes, it's like, what if that's the idea is like she feels like when the shoes get thrown into her washing machine heart, it does bang around and hurt. What if it's not always a sexy bang around inside? What if there's a little more to that? And then it's like, well, now it's time for her to need to be seen or to express something and it's not being met. So maybe it's feeling like it's a one-sided relationship, or she's giving too much to the relationship or the character. Not everything has to be autobiographical. Observational, autobiographical, the story, the POV. That's really heartbreaking, but I really like the way it made me feel, because it did, like, it was like sexy and spooky and eerie, but then it started to take you to this place of like sexy stops feeling sexy when something's off or neglected. Like it kind of put me on that path for this story, and that upsets me greatly. But it banged though, like it really had like this like sexy smoky like sound and feel to it, but then the more I think about it, the more I'm like, that doesn't sound like a good time for anybody. But I love the way that she does this. She's done this with other songs of hers I've listened to too, where it's like really expanding on that feeling of like not only what you're feeling, but like something is not right here, something's wrong, something's not connecting, something feels off, and I love that a lot and really admire it. But damn it, I just want everyone to be okay. But yeah, that one was heartbreaking and it slapped. Baby, though I've closed my eyes, I know who you pretend I am. Yeah! Picking up on that energy, like you're thinking I'm somebody else or presented in a different way or even another person completely. It hurts you and you're still like, oh, like dirty shoes, throw them in the washing machine, and it still damages you. It's still hurting you. God, now looking at the do me T, why not me, do me T, yeah, it's like withholding part of that what about me and my needs, removing some of that sentiment because like I don't want to upset somebody else with my thoughts, so like you're incompleting the thought at the end. My tummy kind of hurts, but also like just as someone looking at lyrics, I'm like, good lyrics, oh my God, but then I'm like, oh no, like first it's like, ooh, that's exciting, these lyrics are so engaging and interesting, and then the rest of my brain goes, that ain't good. Crap. It's my favorite part about doing these videos is when I start Googling the lyrics, it starts to go, listening to Mitski, I see, and it just goes, I got you. Strawberry blonde, no Bill, don't put an E in there. I got you. I love when it starts to autocorrect. It's like, oh, we're on to something. I already spoiled it, but next is strawberry blonde. I want to get excited, but you led me astray before. Ooh, yay!
And the grass where you lay left a bed in your shade.
Ooh, I love this!
Look at you, strawberry blonde.
Ooh, look at you, high note. Ooh, and the flutes. Or the woodwind, sorry. Ooh, hello? Ooh!
My eyes on the road as I ache.
Oh no. Ooh! That just got really exciting and felt so good, but I loved how it wasn't painted as like a perfect feeling. Like there was still a lot of I guess anxiety or a little bit of like doubt or some bumps in the feeling along the way, because like first it starts really positive. I love everybody because I love you. When you stood up, walked away barefoot, in the grass where you lay left a bed in your shape. I looked over it and I ached. Like you got up to leave, like I miss you, but like then like the white lines, where were you? You tell me you love her, I give you a grin. Keep my eye on the road as I ache. It's heartbreaking, you know? It's like the feeling is so beautiful and the way that it grows and expands and the celebratory feeling that I get, especially when the other instruments kick in, especially in that ending. But it feels like it's not mutual or not mutual yet. Because like I said, it wasn't just this trajectory of like, everything's perfect and I'm in love, I miss you when you're gone and you will always come back to me. It was like, here's what I go through, like all the positives and some of the negatives when we're together, but then like, you tell me you love her, I give you a grin. Like maybe this person doesn't know about your feelings. Because yeah, then the I love it when you call my name. Can you hear the bumblebees swarm? Do you not pick up on any of these signals or my feelings? Like, good for you for expressing yourself. You know, the POV of the song, be it you or a character or somebody else. But I love that feeling of still acknowledging the positives while you try to focus, but it's so heartbreaking too. But it's like the silver lining here of like having these thoughts and having these feelings and being connected to somebody, even if it's not, at least right now, the kind of relationship or connection that you hope for. And it really rides that line well, but also, like, you're still hurting. It's still painful. Like, by no means is this, I love you, but I don't think you love me back. Like, it's not 100% fun, but it's not 100% hell either. You know what I mean? I kind of love the humanity and the complexity of it, where it's like still wanting this person to be in your life, even if you feel more or hope for more. But it's really fascinating. Like, it really did take me to like, wow, this song's like so fun. I'm having such a fun time. Isn't this a love song? And it kind of, I think that's kind of the embodiment of the song. Like, isn't this love? Aren't we, could we be together? Shouldn't we be together? I feel like we should be together. And that's kind of the feeling I got from the song, where again, I'm like, oh wow, this is really exciting and positive and warm and bubbly and very loving and kind. But then it's like, oh, what do you mean you ache? What's going on? Like, I kind of love that feeling of like how close the song is to a love song. It's like how close this relationship is to being more. But like both feelings still have like a little something incomplete. I'm looking at the lyrics. Every verse ends with aching. What's an inverse of a silver lining, where it's like that bittersweet feeling, but like sweet, but then that bitter lining? Is that a thing? Can we make that a thing? That bitter lining to it. I look over it and I ache. I picture it soft and I ache. Keep my eyes on the road as I ache. And then like wondering if this other person knows. Can you hear the bumblebees swarm? First it's like, okay, can you hear like my heart aflutter? But then I'm like, what if it's almost like, because like bees are so responsive to duress, right? And they'll sting you. Spoiler alert about nature. Protect the bees. Bees are important. Against all laws of aviation, they can fly. But it's like the idea of, are you aware of how close you are to hurting me, as well as how loud the buzzing is? You know what I mean? To hurting me or hurting both of us. Like, do you see how close this friendship, relationship, whatever, like you want to call it, do you feel how close this feeling is to hurting you and me? It could end with them being stung and the POV being hurt. So it's like you're sitting there playing with all this potential damage and fire, and it's like, does the other person even know that there's a literal beehive right next to you? Well, if you don't know how I'm feeling and you're talking about someone else, like, that's not on you to read my mind, but it doesn't make it hurt less. It's really heartbreaking, but it's so fascinating. And like I said, I loved how like it feels like a celebratory love song, but it feels like that one piece is missing. And that's how I would describe the relationship being illustrated here as well. Swaying around and feeling so excited and picturing warm summery fields, but I'm like, there's a lot of ache in this song too. Like, it's like 90% feels so good, but then like that buzzing, right? It kind of generates that thought for me. That's so precise and so fascinating. Good for you. That's incredible. Thank you for that one too. I love talking about your music so much. It's so fascinating. Ah, yes. Happy. Sounds like I'm throwing like some kind of tantrum. I want happy Mitski lyrics. I trust you guys. I trust you guys no matter what. It's okay if the song's upsetting too. We feel our feelings here. The official video for Mitski's Happy. Oh no, that's not happy at all. Oh, this feels distressing and uncomfortable. Stay with me. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service, madam. Oh no, it's okay. Oh, is your foot okay? Bro, help her up. That ringing is still happening. Oh no. Ooh. Add the brass. Mess me up. That's beautiful, upsetting dissonance. Oh no! Maybe he's a hairstylist. No, I don't want to give this asshole excuses. Let him have it. Dinner's cold, asshole. No, leave her be. Give her space. I mean, take the bag, I guess. Oh! God, the brass is so upsetting. I usually welcome brass in songs so much. Ah! Go, bye, leave, run. Oh my god. Ew, I didn't even connect that. What is this American Horror Story bullshit? Run. Get him. Fight and leave. Hello? Okay, she made it. She made it. Holy crap, that was a twist. Well, alright, he's gotta go. First off, I knew it. I knew not to sit here and go, yay, happy. There's a sentiment that I pulled from that where it's like not only the character in the music video, but I, the listener and the watcher, when the sentiment was on the affair, it was like still trying to like either overlook it, thinking about accepting the bag or the gift, or like trying to have like dinner and the roses on the table and stuff. It was like still trying to forgive and forget, winning the person's favor back who's wronged you. And then the reveal of the murdering was really bizarre and really intense, but I liked I liked the twist, and I liked this feeling of, you know, at least like finally like hitting back and getting out of there. I mean, this is going to be a lot of stuff that I don't have any experience as. I'm not a person of color. I'm not a woman or a woman of color. So a lot of this is going to go over my head in certain realms, because obviously like even the period of it and like him being like a soldier, like put in like a period of history for me, as well as the general aesthetic. But it puts me in this place of, instead of ignoring those early warning signs, doing something about it. Would it have put her in danger is where I second guess myself, because obviously, like I said, I don't have experience of this part of being a human being. Would speaking up sooner would have spared more lives, or would it have put her in danger more? But I think it's still the idea of like overlooking red flags, warning signs, like things can add up, pile up, was kind of an element I got. But I loved the vocal choices, especially it was the line about the train, like the way their voice just ran. I loved it. It's a beautiful song, and like I said, when the brass would kick in, it really did feel like an alert. It was like a whole nother layer putting onto things, and sure enough, there was quite the twist in that video. Because it's like in that period piece too, it's like that feeling of not having somewhere to turn or someone to talk to, or those kind of discussions of marital problems being taboo, or like him just letting her stumble and fall and not helping her, just like letting that all happen. By not having space in our society for these conversations, be it about warning signs or even issues with equality in general, it's like it did kind of trap her in this situation that could have and did endanger her life as well as other women's lives. I don't know if I'm reading too much into that, but I found that really interesting. As a fan of horror movies, if this was a horror movie, that would be my overall takeaway from that. I was in the bathroom, I didn't hear him leave, I locked the door behind him, and I turned around to see all the cookie wrappers and the empty cups of tea. While I sighed and mumbled to myself, again I have to clean. I sighed and mumbled to myself. Yeah, like I said, I think there is a level here of that toxic, hopefully changing for the better, boys will be boys kind of a vibe. I don't know what the word is for that. The patriarchal implications here, and like the acknowledgement of how aggressive it is and also has been throughout history. Because like I said, I'm like, I don't know who would be more in danger. Like if she was in danger to approach someone who like turns out is harming and murdering people, but then it's also like, because of the time period it's into, it's like, would authorities believe you? Like I only have questions, you know. It doesn't feel like a simple, well, why didn't you just call the authorities? Like I don't know why I had to sound like my grandma. Like I'm like, I guess confront him, but then I'm too scared of what would happen to you, you know. And I think it's about kind of being trapped, where it's like that underlying fear of, I guess, harm being done to you if you speak up or say something. And links in the description. It really does put a really dark spin on things for me, and I'm sorry if I'm like reading way too much into it. Good for you for at least like getting out of there, but like even as she's driving away, it wasn't even like a, yeah, I got him. It's like she's crying, speeding away in the rain. Like that's traumatic as hell. Like that's going to, in some semblance, be present with you for a while, if not for your life. It really puts me in this place of like how trapped one can feel if there is either a lack of knowing resources, which again, and in the description, knowing resources, but also knowing what a red flag would be, whether in general or for you. It makes me really think about how limited one would be in a relationship where they know something is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it was never like, I got a bag. Like, she was even kind of suspicious of the bag, right? That's where my mind goes, though. I hope I'm not reading too into it, and I hope what I said made sense. It's just, it was really alarming, and it kind of made me kind of feel my own privilege in a lot of ways. I appreciate the expression of the subject, because that's not something I inherently think about on my own. Oh, crap. Again, links in the description. Please be safe. I don't know. It scares me, because then it's like, does the final red flag have to be something as obvious as that for you to know that you need to get out of there? And we are closing out the night with, I bet on losing dogs. Which doesn't sound like a fun time. Oh, puberty 2. I thought it was like puberty with like a little squiggly do. That's font, Bill. That's the number 2. You got this, buddy. You got this. Ooh, yes. There's that grungy I've been missing. Oh, no. Ooh, but that right there. Oh, this does not make me feel good at all, and I love dogs so much. Ooh, damn it, but I love your voice so much. Oh God, the sound effect at the end. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think it's about literally going to the racetrack and focusing on the insurmountable odds of the losing dogs. I think it's about being attracted to people or being in relationships with people who you know aren't good for you. It was that, where is it? I pay my price. I know that they're losing and I pay for my place by the ring. Like, it has this just sad and like worn down kind of energy. Like, it feels repetitive. I bet on losing dogs, so it makes me think this has just happened a lot with different people. It gave me this feeling because of its like lack of energy, especially vocally, which does not mean I didn't like it. I love your voice. It's so painful, and it felt so like resigned. It didn't feel like, you know, oh, like you're hot but you're no good for me, or like, oh, this is sexy. It came from a place of like a lack of value in yourself, like self-exploration being needed. Even at the beginning, it's like, my baby, you're my baby, say it to me. I need reassurance, but then tell your baby that I'm your baby. Say it to me. Say I'm your baby. No, you tell them that they're the mistress, not me. Like, it has this like frantic, like kind of almost like denial kind of to it, in my mind anyway. It's really heartbreaking. First it sounded like maybe it was like, oh, I love you, but they're not like succeeding. But then, you know, again, the other lyrics and the tone of it all kind of switched for me, where it's like, it's not about the person's level of success or occupation or income or whatever. It's like, I'm losing something just by being with you. Like, that's such a painful thing to say, but also to like experience and think about. I always want you when I'm finally fine. When you feel better, like you come back to them. What an upsetting way to end this video. I'm so sorry. Someone to watch me die. Not only is it a morbid take on, I just want someone there next to me when I'm old, like instead of looking for a good partner or companion or a good fit for you. That makes me think it's more reflective on how you do or don't value yourself. But then there's also the death, meaning the oh gosh golly word. But yeah, I think it's like, I just want somebody here. It hurts. Like, it really, like, talking about paying for your place, like, it's like, I deserve this. Or it could also be about like the investment you make in these people, and like, this is what I get for betting on losing dogs. Like, if you bet on a dog that you know loses, it's, you know, like, you know it's going to lose. You know this relationship is going to fail. This person is going to hurt you. Then on top of it, it also doesn't even feel like the other person's intensely into her or begging her to stay. Like, just wanting someone next to you and not caring if it's a good relationship or not. That's so devastating. And I hope you / the character or POV of the song gets out of that cycle. It feels to me like it's an expression of reevaluating not only your life, but also how you see and feel about yourself. Because it wasn't about like, well, what does the person do to make them a losing dog? There wasn't even like a positive reason or one day the dog might win. I could feel the energy going more introverted. I think I want to add the positive of part of this is like a catalyst for a soul-searching kind of journey. That was a really unfortunate one to end the video on. I love breaking down your music and talking about your stuff, But yeah, there you guys go. Those are my thoughts on more of Mitski's music. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want more Mitski content on the channel, let me know by liking the video, subscribing, ringing the bell, turning on notification settings. Leave a comment with suggestions for more Mitski songs or other artists that should be on my radar. What do you think of the songs? Were there things that I missed? Because, going in with no context, I always like then seeing other people's interpretations, but also other facts or backstories that have been brought to the discussion just in general around songs. Thank you to everyone who's been patient with me while you've been waiting for a part 2. I hope everyone's doing well. Don't forget, guys, as always, there are resources in the description for education on Black Lives Matter, the Trevor Project, mental health resources, crisis lines, and more resources should you or someone you know need them. I hope everyone's staying safe. Wear a mask if you choose to go out. Be mindful of others. Remember to take care of yourselves, please.